Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to talk about Jesus and his disciples. We're going to talk about how Jesus told his disciples that they were very important. And they put it in the Bible so that we would know that just like the disciples, because we follow Jesus, we are very important. God created all people important. Back in the day when Jesus was alive, they would sell sparrows at the marketplace. Now, we see sparrows outside our houses, house sparrows, and all sorts of different kinds of sparrows, song sparrows. This is a Dead Sea sparrow, so this would have been a type of sparrow that Jesus would have seen. Sparrows are pretty small birds, so they would sell them in the marketplace for very little money. Jesus said to his disciples, "Are not 2 sparrows sold for only a cent? So that'd be half a penny for each sparrow." But then he says something amazing. He says, "And yet not one sparrow falls to the ground without God knowing." I have a flock of sparrows in this picture. I wonder if you can count them. Why don't you take some time and see how many sparrows are in this flock? There are literally thousands of sparrows in this world. And God was saying that even though these are not the most important things in the world, God knows of each one and each one when they fall. And then he said something even more amazing. He said, "But the very hairs on your head are all numbered. So do not be afraid, because you mean more even than sparrows." Do you know how many hairs are in your head? About 100,000 hairs are in your head. That's a lot of hair. And God has it counted because you're so important that God wants to know everything about you. So he has her hair counted, and he has her hair counted, and he has his hair counted, and he has their hair counted, and he has his hair counted, but there's not a lot, and even his hair counted, and even his hair counted. The Lord cares so much that he knows every single hair on our head. I'd love for you to go today and just try to count a little bit of your hair. See how far you can get before you get really bored. And while you're counting that hair, I want you to think, wow, God knows this piece of hair. God knows this piece of hair and this piece of hair. God knows about this piece of hair. God knows if it's gray or if it's colored red or if it's curly or straight. God knows it. So I want you to know you are so cared for and loved that God knows even every hair on your head. God never lets you out of God's thoughts or sight. Happy Sunday.